In this video, I do some essential maintenance to the fuel system of this classic 2CV. I take the tank off, clean all the filth and scale out of it, change the sender unit, and I'll also be changing the fuel supply pipe. So just scramble under the car, loads of space. These are so easy to work on. The tank is there, and then we have the filler pipe. Just undo the clip, pull that free, and then I'm going to be undoing these 4 bolts and the tank just drops down. This is when I realised I've left about 10 litres of fuel in it. It all adds to the excitement. We disconnect the fuel hose and the wires for the sender unit and the tank just pulls free. This obviously hasn't been off in a long time. Now let's empty that good 10 litres of fuel that seemed to be in there when I thought it was running on fumes. We'll get this transferred into this tank so I can properly clean the inside of my fuel tank. But before we do that, I want to clean the outside of this properly. So I'm going to brush off all the loose debris and earth and all sorts of stuff that's collected on top of that, and then give it a wash down before I remove that sender unit, because I don't want to be introducing more stuff to this already quite filthy tank. Right, nice and clean, let's change the sender unit. I don't know how long this has been in here. One of the ends has broken off on it, and there is a filter on the end of it which has been in this disgusting sort of tank silt. So preventative maintenance, let's just change it for a new one. Okay, let's get the torch on and see what we got. Put it down the fill hole and let's have a look inside. So yeah, as expected, lots of scale, lots of debris, silty stuff. So this is just years and years of petrol sloshing around in there, petrol being left in there for long periods, and just what older classic cars get. So this has probably never been done, so we are going to be washing all this out. Right, half a litre or so of fresh petrol, spin it round. While it's spinning, tip it out, and a lot of that stuff should come out with it. I do that a couple more times, each time taking out more contaminants. I'll take this now and chuck it on my neighbour's front lawn, or I can filter it and use it on my lawnmower next year. This has had a further wash with warm water and fairy liquid, been allowed to dry, and now it's lovely and clean. Moving on, let's take out the filler neck so we can clean that, and also we can properly clear underneath the car and have a good nosy round. So this is what it looks like without a fuel tank. I need to change the rubber pipe on the end of the nylon fuel line, and also I'll be changing the wires to the sender unit. Right, the nylon fuel line, I'm unsure as to the correct exact routing of this, but mine seems to be held on with some clips and also push through holes in the chassis. I don't know whether it's meant to be like that or whether that's just the way somebody's routed it. If you happen to know the correct routing of this, do comment and let me know. But for now, I'm just going to put this back as I found it. The original fuel lines on these are very tough and very hard wearing, and also resistant to the savagery of modern fuels. Problem is with this one, it's got crimped at certain points, and yeah, the crimp sort of stays in there, and potentially it could restrict the fuel flow. So it's easier just to change the whole thing, put a nice new fresh fuel line in. Pull out the end there, there's no hose clip on that, it seems to be a tight fit. Again, put one on, don't put one on. And yeah, this is the sort of damage we've got all along the fuel line. So this is the lovely new fresh one, you know, different colour because it's new. And we've got to thread this through the car now. So bit of tape over the end, and I'm going to start by threading this up to the front. Connect that back up to the rubber pipe that feeds the carb, with or without clip, who's to say. My one doesn't have a fuel filter on it, so it was taking all of that lovely goodness from the tank and pushing it into the carb, so I will be adding an inline fuel filter. I'm putting a little section of larger fuel pipe over the nylon pipe where it rubs on the chassis, and then I'm going to put a bit of tape over the end and just push it through where the fuel tank should be. Refit the fuel tank is just a reversal of the removal. Plug the wires back in, plug the tube back in, and refit the 4 bolts. So let's take it for a test drive. It does sound a bit more powerful, doesn't it? Let's take it up the road and see what's what. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you for the next one.